everybody, Jamie here, just hopping on quickly to let you know that throughout the month of October, me and Sarah will be releasing an episode every single Sunday. Woo! And the theme this year is haunted houses. So make sure that you stay tuned every Sunday at 10 a.m. for a new episode of a new haunted house. Additionally, we will be doing a live recording at the YYJ Halloween Market on October 25th during the early bat hours. If you type that into Google, YYJ Halloween Market, it's the first one that pops up and you can find your tickets there. Thanks! Yep. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Ghoul Society. That's my little sister, Sarah.
And that's my big sister, Jamie.
We are grateful to be recording on the unceded, stolen territories of the Songhees and Esquimalt First Nations and the Lekwungen and Wasanich peoples, whose historical relations with the land continue to this day. As uninvited guests, we are committed to disrupting racism and colonial violence within ourselves, our families, and our communities. By listening to this podcast, you've officially been inducted into the Ghoul Society. Hey Sarah, what's up?
Well, we've been together like all afternoon.
All afternoon. I just did Sarah and Montana's engagement photos.
Yay!
And they were so beautiful.
Photos.
They were really pretty.
Yeah. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I'm excited to see what they look like.
And we were down at the beach, and then the fog was rolling in, and now it's super foggy down there. And then I saw a really beautiful tree with falling leaves in the cemetery and the fog, and it's spooky season, and spooky season is coming, and fall is coming, and I was so excited.
And you've already watched all the Halloween Town movies, so I don't know what.
Halloween Town 1, Halloween Town 2, Halloween Town High. But I haven't watched
Return to Halloween Town?
No, because it's not the OG Marnie.
No.
I just don't know how to watch it.
I know.
But I think I should.
Yeah.
But, you know, I have been watching Gravity Falls as well.
Yeah, I'm going to re-watch that soon.
It's so good for the fall.
It's the perfect
Gravity Falls, more like Gravity Fall. Because you watch it in the fall.
Yeah.
You get it.
I get it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Anything to report?
No.
Okay, let's get right into it.
Okay, great.
Okay.
Let's start.
Skippers, you're lucky today.
Yeah, you don't have to listen to us blab about anything.
For 10 minutes, 20 minutes before the show actually starts. Today, we are going back 500 years to a little town in what was once the Holy Roman Empire. This town was called Strasbourg.
Okay.
Do you know this town?
I don't know.
Okay. Today, Strasbourg is located in France, and it has a population of around 300,000 inhabitants.
Okay.
So it's pretty big,
Yeah,
I guess.
it's pretty big.
Yeah. However, Strasbourg was originally a Celtic village, and under the Romans...
Sorry, I just yawned. I'm tired.
I know.
Got up early and I went on a run with my friend.
I know. I feel like every time I start my story, I think maybe it's the cadence of my voice or something, then Sarah starts yawning. But I also get it because I feel like when the roles are reversed, I do the same thing.
Yeah.
So I understand.
I'm just listening.
She's listening. Yeah. Anyways. So, what was I saying? It was originally a Celtic village, and under the Romans, it became a garrison town called Argentoratum.
What's garrison town mean?
Yeah, so a garrison town, for those who don't know, I wrote it down for you.
Thank you.
Because I also didn't know, but I had an idea, but I was like, is this right? Mm-hmm. It's essentially a town where they station troops at.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. By the 5th century, so 400 CE, It was captured by the Franks, who called it Strattenbergum, which is how it got its present-day name of Strasbourg.
Okay.
In 842, Charles II, King of West Franks, and Louis II, King of East Franks, took an oath of alliance called the Serment de Strasbourg, and it is the oldest written document in Old French.
That's so cool.
Yeah. There's a lot of little history things in here, because I was like, ooh, I love this, and I was like rabbit holing down like so many different things. And I was like, right, get back to the point. Over the next few hundred years, Strasbourg eventually became a free city within the Holy Roman Empire. This is where our story begins. In July of 1518, a woman named Frau Trophia and her daughter, Fraulein Emma Gotz, were living their lives as best they could. Their ancestors had survived the Black Death from its appearance in 1348,
Wow.
and the 100 Years' War was coming to a close in 1453.
Yay.
This instability obviously brought death, starvation, and chaos into people's lives, and the climate was also slowly changing. So historians call this the period between 1550 and 1850 the Little Ice Age. You might have heard of it.
Mm-hmm.
However, this was not global climate change as we know it today.
Sorry, there's a dog barking outside.
It only really affected the North Atlantic region, and it occurred near the end of a long temperature decline. So it wasn't like, if you look at like a chart of global temperature change, it kind of went down like a little bit around this time frame, like 0.3 degrees.
Okay.
But then when it gets to 2000, the year 2000, it literally skyrockets to like 3 degrees Celsius change. So
I see.
it's not what it is today. So listen, the reason I'm saying this, I don't want to hear any of you fuckers coming around and being like, the climate has always been changing. Listen, bitch, okay? We are in a serious, catastrophic climate change right now. I know the climate has changed before, but it's never changed this intensely, and it's because of human bullshit. Anyways. Come back to me, my people. Okay. So, blah, 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 blah. There are a lot of theories about the Little Ice Age, such as changes in ocean circulation, heightened volcanic activity, variations in Earth's orbit, the Black Death, and other epidemics emerging in the Americas during settler colonization. For example, the smallpox epidemic killed over 1/3 of indigenous populations across Turtle Island, or such as epidemics in Mexico, which destroyed the indigenous populations from 22 million people to 1 million people.
Whoa.
Over the course of 50 years, maybe?
Yeah.
Not even. Anyway, needless to say, the 1500s in Europe and across the world really was not exactly an easy time to be alive. So Trophia and Emma are trying their best. And one day, Trophia walks out of her half-timbered home onto the narrow cobbled street, and she begins to dance.
Oh!
Some neighbors.
I know. Shit.
She knows. She knows now.
Oh, no.
So some neighbors were confused.
Don't do it, girl.
Others watched her with wide eyes, and yet others began to dance along with her. And within days, more than 30 people were in motion. Some so monomaniacally, a term that defines a form of partial insanity conceived as a single psychological obsession in an otherwise sound mind, that only death would have the power to intervene. This is the story of the Dancing Plague of 1518.
Everybody, put your hands together for the Dancing Plague. Which one is it? Oh, we don't have a clap track.
Oh, yeah.
Dancing Plague.
Such gallows humor.
Listen. This story crazy.
I know, it's kind of crazy. I kind of love it. It's like one of my... I woke up, I went on Instagram, right? I found this girl who turned her whole apartment into the Titanic. I was
Yeah,
like,
you sent that to me.
I was like, should I do a story on the Titanic? And I said, no, that's too basic. But then I was like, you know what? What is the real story of the Titanic? And then I'm going to save that for another time, but I kind of want to do it. And then I was like, no, let's go back further. Let's just freaking dive deep. Anyway, so here we are in 1518. Tropea kept up the constant dancing for a week, and soon 36 other people joined in. There are a few theories as to what really happened during the dancing plague, which we will get into a bit more later, but it's believed by some to be a perfect example of the nocebo effect, which can make someone feel ill simply by expecting that you're going to be ill. You know? Remember all those times I was sick for Christmas?
Yeah.
Like, maybe it was the nocebo effect, but I also did have the flu, so I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. You know, if you're like,
Okay.
I'm gonna get sick, I know it, and then you get sick.
Yeah.
Because, like, you kind of, like, brought it on.
Right. But
Yeah.
that's not.
It's well, so you've heard of the placebo effect, which has a positive outcome.
Yeah.
And the nocebo effect is essentially the same thing, except with a negative outcome. So I guess in this case, people saw Tropea dancing and dancing and dancing all hours of the day.
Yeah.
And so they understood her as being unwell.
Yeah.
And then they began believing that they would become unwell.
Yeah.
And
then
thus they essentially manifested themselves into dancing
Yeah.
alongside her. That's how I think. You know what? Just
I
write,
think it's-
write us if you think we're wrong.
I
but
think it's so. This whole thing is so crazy because these people are just like, okay, and just start dancing. You know, they're like, oh,
I know.
I'll join, and
Yeah.
then they just didn't stop.
Well, yeah, we're going to get into it. So
Yeah.
she's dancing. Other people are dancing. More and more people are dancing. A month passed and the dancing plague had claimed over 400 people. Dancers were collapsing all over the street, and some died from strokes or heart attacks.
Is that where "Dance Till You Drop" comes from?
Probably.
Because they literally
Like-
dropped dead.
Yes. Yeah. Now, when we say dancing, you might have like a certain picture in your mind
Choreographed.
of
Fucking
dancing.
lion dancing.
Line dance till you die. However, the type of dancing that was going on here was not quite the same type of dancing as like dancing at a party. It might have started out that way, but as people continued to dance for hours on end all through the night and into the next day, their movements were spasmodic with many convulsions, and their bodies were drenched in sweat.
Like Tina from Bob's Burgers.
Yes. Just like Tina from Bob's Burgers. Okay, the next part's a little gruesome, so plug your ears
Okay.
if you don't want to hear it. But some people's arms would thrash violently, and some noted that their eyes were vacant and expressionless. Obviously, the physical effects were extremely intense from dancing this long. Blood would pool into their swollen feet, eventually causing the dancers' feet to like burst and bleed into their shoes.
That can happen?
Yeah, kind of like how varicose veins can burst.
Oh my
Like if the blood, if you think about it, if the blood is like pooling in your
Yeah.
foot and your skin is like kind of stretching
And then your skin
and like
just
kind
gives
of cracking.
breaks.
Yeah. Or like you get sores on the bottom of your feet
Yeah.
as well.
Oh no.
I'm pretty sure. That's how I understand it. Maybe I'm wrong, but that's how I understand this.
yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. Those who didn't succumb to a heart attack or a stroke would collapse from the extreme exhaustion, hunger, and thirst, since they weren't able to stop for any physical needs that they had. It was recorded that there were often cries and screams from the dancing victims, but that no one knew how to help them stop.
Yeah, like if you just like went up to them and you tried to like drag them.
They wouldn't. They were just like convulsing. It's essentially like seizing almost, but like without really like falling to the floor and like losing full bodily control. It's like spastic convulsions of your body.
I just don't understand how your brain can just switch.
Yeah.
From that.
Yeah. We'll get into the theories, but as many as 15 people per day died during the peak of the dancing plague, but the final number of deaths is unknown to this day.
Mm-hmm.
So physicians, the church, and the city council were all involved. Historical documents from the time note it was clear that people were dancing and they couldn't stop, but that it was completely unknown why or how it was happening, so there was no way to remedy it.
Right.
The doctor's only prescription for the dancers was to, quote, dance themselves free of it.
So kill themselves?
Essentially. Just like keep dancing.
Or
dance it out.
Just hope that they stop?
Yeah.
Hope they've danced it out enough?
Which, honestly, bad advice. And so this is the local city. They hear this from the doctors and they're like, all right, let's refurbish all the guild halls to accommodate the dancers.
Right.
They got local musicians to accompany them. And they also had like people that were really strong help to keep the dancers from falling over.
Whoa.
Do you think this worked?
No.
You're right. It backfired.
Did more people just start dancing?
Yep. So
because music.
Yeah.
You can't just bring music into something like that and expect them to stop.
It made it worse.
Yeah.
Definitely made it worse. As well as that, this is also a time of like really intense superstition and religion too, right? And so many people were actually joining in on the epidemic for fear that it was actually a punishment from Saint Vitus. So sometimes this is called the Saint Vitus dance. They believed in order to be free of sin, quote, they had to serve Saint Vitus through dance. The council was then forced to ban public dancing and music to prevent more people from being victims of the plague. Those who had danced due to religious fear and those who were able to snap out of the trance were forced to go to the shrine of St. Vitus wearing red shoes that were sprinkled with holy water and had painted crosses on the tops and the soles.
But how did they stop?
Well, so okay, picture this. They have their little shoes on. They got some crosses on there. They're holding a little cross in their hand and they're like walk dancing up to the shrine of St. Vitus.
Yeah.
And then there's like incense and Latin incantations. Due Jesu Domine. Smack. You know? It's a Monty Python reference for those who don't know. Right? Okay, so there's Latin this is how you do the incense.
Yeah.
I'm doing the movement right now.
Yeah.
So then they get up to the shrine and they're like, Saint Vitus, please forgive us. And it worked.
And they stopped dancing? But how did they
people like guided them up there, I think.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I got it. Like how I don't know how they would be like, okay, now step your foot into this shoe and step your foot into this shoe and then now you have to hold on to this cross and follow and walk with us. It's like, but they're dancing.
I know. It's a little confusing.
Yeah.
But this is apparently what worked.
Right. Okay.
St. Vitus saved their lives. And so word was spread of this successful ritual.
Okay.
And the remaining dancers were also taken to the mountaintop to pray for absolution, and the dancing plague officially ended by September.
Damn.
So July, August, September.
Dancing summer.
You've heard of hot girl summer, but have you heard of a dancing summer? The dancing summer of 1518. So the Strasbourg dancing plague was surprisingly actually not the only one of its kind. Similar events occurred through the medieval ages, including an outbreak of mass sociogenic illness or collective hysteria in the 11th century in Kolbig, Saxony, where it was believed to be the result of divine judgment. Again, in the 15th century in Apulia, Italy, a woman was bitten by a tarantula and the venom made her dance convulsively. Now get this, a German Jesuit scholar by the name of Athanasius Kircher remedied the woman's bite by having her shimmy to the right sort of music. That's it. It worked.
Okay.
Just shimmy out the venom. It's fine. Okay. You're fine. Whatever. Just shimmy out the venom.
Shimmy it.
Stop complaining. Within all these plagues, there is a ton of controversy around whether people actually dance to death. I mentioned in the story that around 15 people per day died, which is listed by some sources, though the city of Strasbourg at the time of the events didn't mention the number of deaths or even if there were fatalities. So it's kind of up in the air. This might be one of those cases where the story is told through the grapevine over time, and extremeness, such as claiming 15 deaths per day, enhances the absurdity of it, which then ensures that the story continues on.
Yeah.
Regardless, the people affected by the dancing plague obviously suffered intensely, and dancing till your feet bleed, even if you don't die, is still pretty fucked up.
Yeah. That's just so intense. I can't even think about it.
I know.
Like, what?
It's wild. Let's get into some modern theories, shall we?
Dun dun.
Before this, Sarah, what do you think caused the dancing plague of 1518? Give me your best theory.
I think that it was just like some kind of psychological thing.
Like mass hysteria?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I feel like that's maybe the most common answer, but also we'll never know. So
it's true, we'll never know.
That's probably like, I don't know, that makes sense to me, especially if like some people stopped but others didn't. So it's like, how would it be like something environmental if, or you know, like that person who got bit by a tarantula?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if there was some kind of like pollution or something that made them go into this like hysteria.
Yeah.
It wouldn't just go away for, I mean, I guess it could go away for some people, but
yeah, I
feel
hear
like
you.
Psychological mass hysteria is probably
the top one.
Yeah, for me.
Okay, that's live from a psych student, so she must be right. Also, we forgot to tell you all that earlier I gave Sarah a hint.
Yeah.
To today's episode, and the hint for her was that the drug acid, also known as LSD, was synthesized from this thing that perhaps caused the event.
Right.
So I'm just bringing that little sneak peek back
Drugs.
in here. So
drugs make you dance.
Drugs do make you dance. It's true. The first modern day theory is food poisoning. Okay, hear it out though.
I know.
Oh, you know?
It's just funny.
So some believe that the dancing plague could have been brought on by the toxic and psychoactive chemicals of ergot fungi, which commonly grows on grains that were used for baking various foods such as bread.
Thanks, bread.
Signs and symptoms of long-term ergotism include convulsive symptoms such as seizures, spasms, diarrhea, paresthesias, itching, mania, psychosis, headaches, nausea, and vomiting, as well as gangrenous symptoms, which constricts blood vessels, specifically in fingers and toes, which can lead to peeling skin, weak peripheral pulses, loss of peripheral sensation, fluid retention, and ultimately death. Yeah, so ergot, no good. Fun fact, the main psychoactive compound in this fungus is called ergotamine and is structurally similar to lysergic acid diethylamide, aka LSD-25. LSD-25 was originally synthesized from ergotamine. So that's where all you LSD
users.
Bros, that's where it comes from, okay? Ergot did it first, so.
Yeah, so careful where you get your frickin' LSD.
Oh my god. The same fungus has also actually been implicated in other large historical events, such as the Salem witch trials of 1692
Yes.
and other witch trials as well. And also, it makes sense because there was other dancing plagues, and it was
Right.
pretty often for there to be ergot on, like, yeah, on grains, on
I changed
rye
my
and
mind.
stuff.
I think it was ergot.
Ergot poisoning.
Yeah.
Yeah. But, okay. Second modern day theory. Da-da! Stress-induced mass hysteria.
From being poor, or why are they all stress induced?
Holy shit.
From like
she's not
living
wrong.
through all these plagues, or
Yes.
okay,
Yeah.
yeah.
And-
So being poor,
yeah, literally.
broke ass bitches just be dancing.
You're gonna get stress-induced mass hysteria if you're poor. Okay, listen, we can say this because also we're poor.
Yeah, back off.
Yeah, back off. Listen.
Look,
You don't know our
you
life.
be
okay?
poor too.
You don't know how we grew up. Anyway, as mentioned at the top of the episode, there was obviously elevated levels of psychological stress caused by intense years of starvation, disease, societal unrest, and a changing climate. So it's been theorized that the dancing plague was an example of a fully developed case of psychogenic movement disorder happening within mass psychogenic illness or mass hysteria.
Okay.
A little bit about psychogenic movement disorder, which is now actually referred to as functional neurological symptom disorder, FNSD. It's a condition in which patients experience neurological symptoms such as weakness, movement problems, sensory symptoms, and convulsions. The origin of these symptoms is extremely complex and is associated with severe psychological trauma. So it can really come from any intense traumas, and it's hard to really trace it and understand it.
Right.
Back in Strasbourg in 1518, because of people's intense superstitious and religious beliefs, it could very well be possible that this mass hysteria started from the hardships of life that were seen as a curse from St. Vitus. And mentioned earlier, the only cure was for the townsfolk to pray at the shrine.
Right.
That's pretty much the theories.
Yeah.
Those are the two main theories. If you guys have any more theories, let us know. Maybe aliens.
Maybe.
Maybe she just wanted to dance.
And then everybody else just wanted to dance.
You know that feeling when you just want to you know?
Yeah.
Like maybe it's that, but like for really
for, like,
extended periods of
months.
time. They're just overwhelmed.
That's so intense.
They need some like neurodivergent therapy.
Yeah.
Something cool is that there's actually various short films, music videos, and songs that have been created and inspired by the dancing plague of 1518. During the 2019 COVID pandemic,
2020?
Well, it's COVID-19. It started in 2019.
Yes. Okay, 2019/2020. The rest,
Yes.
the half of the world experienced it in 2019. Half of the world started to experience it more so in 2020.
Yeah. Okay. So what I should have said was during the COVID-19 pandemic in 2020, Jonathan Glazer created a short film titled Strasbourg 1518, in which individual dancers film themselves in their empty apartments, dancing with convulsive-like behaviors as day turned to night. The film has these like super quick cuts and overlapping really intense like electronic music which plays faster and faster as the dancers get more erratic and exhausted. It's definitely an art piece, but I feel like it's actually a decent representation of what it would look like to see humans in the streets dancing until exhaustion, and it's really disturbing.
I want to watch it, but I'm scared.
It's not that disturbing. I'll show you.
Okay, I'm
I'll show
kind
you.
of creeped out.
No, we'll just watch a little bit of it. It's 10 minutes long.
Oh.
Yeah, it's chill. The full true story of the dancing plague of 1518 can be only really known by those who lived through it, as we and the future beyond us are left with an absurd, sometimes funny, other times disturbing account of those who danced until they died. And that's the dancing plague of 1518.
That's so funny. I don't even know what to say to that. What am I even supposed to say?
I don't know. What do you want to say?
I don't know. Brain can't compute.
Yeah, fair.
Essentially.
Yeah, because it's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
So,
I wonder if we'll ever have a modern day
dancing plague?
or something like that.
Yeah, that would be crazy.
Wouldn't it?
What would you do?
I don't hide in my room.
True. Lockdown round 2?
Yeah.
My
Essentially.
God. Well, thanks for listening, everybody.
Thanks, everybody.
And we will see you next time.
Yeah. And
you can
find all of our... Oh, wait. Which order should we do?
Okay, listen. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, or critiques, you can email us at
ghoulsocietypod@gmail.com.
You can slide into our DMs on Instagram at
ghoulsocietypod.
Give Sarah a follow on TikTok at
ghoul.societypod.
You can find us wherever you listen to any of your podcasts and music, such as Spotify. Though, is Spotify canceled these days? I don't really remember.
I guess it is.
Okay, listen, you'll
Apple
find
Music, Amazon Music. I think
All
we're
the
on
worst
iHeartRadio.
Overcast, probably.
Deezer or something.
Yeah. Oh, that's an old one. Anyways, you can find
YouTube.
each episode's description in the show notes, along with any trigger warnings and resources as well. Thank you, and we will see you next time.
And leave us a review. Thanks. Bye.
Yahoo! Yoshi! What does Yoshi say again? Yoshi!
Yeah. Oh boy.